Trusty old stool. Hi everybody, thanks for watching another episode. It's Thursday. We haven't been out here this week since Sunday night. We got home late from the track. Kind of had a problem with my left hoof. Been walking with a limp. Doctor gave me some meds, so I think it's clearing up. It's getting better. It didn't start bothering me until it's time to come work on the race car, of course. But we'll get through that. Anyway, I just want to go over this weekend's past races and give you guys an update if you haven't watched the race video. We had a good day, start the race. We were fast time in practice. We qualified fast time. And I drew for the invert, and I drew an 8. So the top 8 qualifiers redrew for our starting positions in the feature. And you draw an order of your qualifying time. So I drew first, and I drew a 2. So I started outside pole. So we were excited about that. I got the jump on the leader, start of the race, and I beat him in turn 1. And we kind of set sail from there. We had, I don't know how many cautions we had. It felt like we had 12 cautions. We may have had 6 or 7, but we had a lot of cautions. I think we had 21, 22 cars, 30 lap race. Kind of a lot of cautions, but we got a bunch of guys that are rookies, which is fine. But a lot of cautions kind of ruins the show for fans and drivers, especially when you're in the lead. You hate to see cautions, but that's racing. That's part of it. We got to deal with it. I led the whole race, 30 lap race. I think I led the lap 25 or 26. About halfway through, my tires gave out. We didn't put no new tires on this race. We had 3 new tires we could have used. We elected not to use none. It come back to bid us probably with at least with 10 laps to go. It bid us. I just lost all of my grip to the track. I had no bite, no drive in. Car wouldn't rotate, and very little drive off, of course. So I was just trying to hang on, holding the bottom line. I was getting the bumper beat out of me, man, which is expected. I was slower than the guy behind me. Finally, with like 4 laps to go, got me sideways coming out of turn 4. And I just stayed in it to stay in front of him. And going into turn 1, got a little sideways. And there was a gap there because I was out a little wide. And he took the gap. We door banged, spun me. I spun to the infield. Caution's out, 4 laps to go. My race is over. I just had the wrecker push me in the pits. Ain't no reason to go back out there and start 20th for 4 laps. That guy went on to win. It's a racing deal. It really was a racing deal. I can't say that I wouldn't have done the same thing because I would have, and I'm going to do the same thing. Really no hard feelings. Really, I mean that. That's racing. If you don't shoot the gap with 4 laps to go, you shouldn't be driving a race car. We're all out there to do one thing, and that's win. You're not out there to ride around and finish second. Now, if I would have just got blatantly taken out, no regards to anything, just drove right through me, that's a different story. But that ain't what happened. So I'm okay with that. We learned our lesson. You cannot get 2 weeks in a row out of a right rear. And I've had a good handling race car for 2 weeks now. Never slipped a tire the first week, and didn't start slipping this tire until probably 10 laps to go when I was trying to stay in the front when the guys were on me for all the restarts we had. I had a little nice lead build up till the cautions kept coming out, and I'd lose that. So I think if we would have stayed green, it would have been fine. We would have won. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Almost doesn't count. Almost only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, not racing. So tough pill to swallow, leading 95% of the race, but I didn't lead the last lap, and that's all that matters. So the right rear tire is gone. We're definitely going to have to use tires for our next race. So we'll regroup and move on to our next race in 3 weeks. The street stock, Calvin, we had problems with that car the entire race. The entire night, I should say, not entire race. It would not run. It'd run in the pits. You get out on the track, and it would die. He actually had to be pushed in by a wrecker because it would die. We changed distributors. It looked like it had fuel in the carburetor. The carburetor jets were squirting. And we tried everything you could imagine, everything, and Calvin's a motor guy, and we did everything, and it'd run in the pit, you get on track, it'd die. Come to find out, it's got a rubber fuel line hose. It don't have a steel braided line. And the radiator hose was rubbed up against it, and it broke the hard black material inside that rubber hose, and it was kinked off, closed off, however you want to look at it. The fuel line was, and it was starving the carburetor for fuel. So it was enough to squirt, but it wasn't enough to fill the bowls up. And the car would not run under load, under pressure. And Eric Evans was there to help us. Thank you, Eric, for helping out. We finally got it figured out. Missed qualifying. They let him do a couple laps, make sure we got it fixed at intermission. The car ran great, so he had to start at the tail. They only had like 8 or 10 cars, low car count, but he come from the back, and he was running he ran second thing near the entire race, was trying to pass for the lead, just couldn't get the job done, but he come home a close second place finish. So good run for the 33 car, Calvin, Hog Motorsports. It was a good night for us. I mean, we didn't get the results we were hoping for, but the car was fast yet again. We went from second fast time opening night to fast time this night, and leading the whole race, you know, but we didn't win. That's what matters. So we're going to regroup. We got a few things we're going to do to the car. This was the results of that incident in turn 1, 4 laps to go. Like I said, it's racing. No hard feelings here. I would have done the same thing he done, and I will do the same thing he did. So again, just want to thank my sponsors: United Steelworkers Local 12213, Stanley Show Pigs, Car Corner, CP Racing Engines, Fields Auto Parts, Quality Builders, Whittle Properties, PGG Enterprises, and Burkett Nesta Race Car for giving us a good race car. So today's goal, we're going to take the rear end out of this car, and we're going to do some things to the rear end. We're going to take it completely out of the race car and set it on our workbench. That's Zipper's Bar and Grill also. Can't forget Scott. That's Scott's bar. There's Dad.
Hey.
Dad come out to help me in the shop tonight. Our mechanic Bob, we miss him. He's been sick for a week or so he actually missed our race, which is rare. So we hope he gets back out here soon. What do you think about this weekend?
This weekend?
Yeah.
Well, I think we learned a lesson. You gotta have tires.
Yeah, let me show him this tire. I haven't showed him this tire yet. It's hard for you guys to see probably in the video, but not much left of this tire. These American racers are soft. They're fast, but they're soft. Supposed to get good repeatability out of them, but you know, everybody lost. We lost 3/10 from the first week, and we just completely lost tires at the end of the race. I forgot to tell you guys, our starter went out. We had a red flag probably lap, I don't know, 8 or 10. Just a big pile up in turn 1, so they stopped us on the back stretch. And I shut the car off because that electric fan usually runs cooler when you're stopped anyway. So I just shut the car off and went to fire it back up before they were going to tell us to start rolling under yellow. And the starter was just whining. So I had to get push started. Luckily, that was the only time we had to get push started that race, but turn this on, you guys can hear it. So that starter's going to have to be rebuilt. I think we probably got a couple on the shelf, but we'll get that one rebuilt and have it as a spare or whatever. What do you think about this weekend, Scott?
Good and bad. I know we had a good car. We probably should have put tires on.
Yeah.
We would have put tires on when it was get dumped at the end of the race. So. But, you know, there's always next time.
Yeah. Being we started on the front row, you didn't think we needed tires, but then looking back at it, since we were starting on the front row, it might be your best start spot all year. Maybe we should at least put right side tires on.
Right.
But we didn't. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
But then next week, the next guy puts on new right side tires when you've already used yours up. So it's kind of hard to have a fast car and be consistent and win every week when you got to play a tire game.
Yeah. Ready? I would just grab this and pull it out by myself.
Yeah, Superman.
But I don't want to embarrass everybody here. Make them feel weak. You don't get muscles that big from nothing. You gotta eat your Wheaties.
You gotta go up 4 or 5 inches. Come here.
I'm a bad man jamma. Watch out. Stay clear, boy. All clear, boy. Look at that.
Oh, whatever. Hercules.
I ain't so sure that's any wider than a fine.
Some bitch is heavy dash.
There you go, everybody. That's the professional way to remove a quick change rear end out of a modified. Woo! How old do you think both these carburetors are we got, Scott?
This carburetor here, I remember me and Mick bought it in around 2006, I think.
Is that our newest one?
That's the newest one. That one over there, the one we just took off of it was a Bramwell, and it was probably about 1995.
Man, so newest carburetor we got's what, 16 years old?
Yeah. Well, he's got like,
Yeah, right.
well, we got one borrowed, a new one borrowed. If we like it, we sure would like to have one like it.
Right. Drop a comment below. Let us know what carburetor you all run, whether it's dirt, asphalt, whatever car you
I'm
run.
gonna buy my daughter something for graduating this year, but that carburetor, we really need it. So.
Sorry, Macy, if you watch this. You know your dad take care of it. So we got it running. What do we think the problem was, Scott? Just fuel? Just fuel?
Yep, go ahead, Scotty.
What I was going to tell you that's funny is when you just come over here and ate that chicken, that's the same chicken I was eating in the first video.
Oh, I just took a bite of potato wedge.
That was from what, 3 weeks ago?
Tasted all right. I ain't scared.
Yeah, you can tell Ryan ain't got much brains.
I got them from you. That's the bad part.
Had to get up and help, so I told him to hand me the camera and I'll record while he does all the physical work. That's how it should be.
Well, he's a former union worker, so you don't get much out of him. Oh, she's gonna be fast. I guarantee you, state law. I'd say that car went to 16.7, so I say this car's at least got 16.20s in her.
Strange when you put new tires on for practice, but we can't put new tires on for roof.
Right?
Oh, there's that 716 drive around.
If you guys are interested, this is a Brunhosel all steel Napa jack. It's just not a 2 pump, it's a 12 pump.
But it gets the job done.
Yeah.
That's all that really matters.
Again, another tool sitting here fuller than you.
Yeah. How old are these jacks? I think I told them like 25 or 30 years.
Them go back to the late 80s.
Late 80s. We're due for a good jack. Drop us a comment what you guys use. What's the best jack you
Yeah.
found for a reasonable price?
Yeah, let us know what kind of jack y'all use out there. Maybe we can afford one day and have a new one. This car's about ready to sit on the ground. It's been a long time since it's sit on the ground. I think we really probably should push it outside, give ourselves a little bit more clearance when he does put it in gear. We don't want to take the garage door out and knock the back of the building down.
I might have to watch a YouTube video to figure out what to do anyway.
Yeah, we're not the smartest people in the world, but we have fun racing.
We're definitely not the dumbest.
But we're not dumb either.
Hey, here's what I say. We're not very good, but we're slow. That's what my buddy Mike at work told me. We're not very good, but we're slow. On the track, though, we're fast, so.
Well, hopefully Bob will get feeling better and be back out here first of the week or maybe this weekend. We sure do miss him. He's a good mechanic, good friend. He'll do anything for us when it comes to racing or for our personal.
Yeah, 10
stuff.
toes. We need you, so.
Yeah, we need you, Bob. She's on the ground. People, take a look. It's pretty badass. We're fixing to try it out. Yeah. Well, folks, it's time. Open up the garage door. We're gonna roll this beast outside
Be careful and hit the Suburban.
just to be on the safe side.
We're going to Suburban. Tell them we got hit by 6872 Chevelle.
Yeah, this ought to be interesting.
Alright.
All right, folks, get ready.
Back where I come from,
Go up there and don't hit the...
I'm an old Tennessean.
Just remember where the kill switch is.
Hey, this is...
We're gonna make sure I'm.
Hopefully this thing ain't going back to Burkhart Nest race cars when we're done here in the driveway.
We're getting ready to get a tire out of Lincoln.
Well, if a tire rub's the only thing we got to deal with, we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Hey, you took the linkage up?
No, did you?
Linkage, gonna be hard to take off, but no.
Let's hook the throttle linkage up.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a little ahead of
You
ourselves.
don't want to stand there and control the
Not,
throttle
not the
while I'm
first
moving.
time. We forgot to
Hey,
put
why
the
don't you just
throttle
control the
cable
throttle
on.
while I'm taking off?
Come on, Bob.
Yeah, come on, Bobby.
Get better, buddy.
Where you at, 10 toes?
Well, that went a lot better than I thought it would. Get out of his way. Ryan's like a kid in a candy store. We probably won't be able to get him out of the car now. Is it better,
Yeah,
worse,
it's
different?
easy.
What?
It's easier than I thought it was going to be. A lot easier. That's smooth too, man. The clutches inside the tranny engage smooth. Don't jerk you back, we like, but we got steel-headed motors in both our modifieds just because we come from street stock, so it is what it is there. We can't really do much about that without, you know, doing a $2,500 swap on head, so that is what it is there. I mean, we've been fortunate enough. We've showed speed and been one of the fastest cars at the track with steel head, so hopefully it's not hurting us too bad. Just a little heavier than everybody else, unfortunately. But so we got what we wanted accomplished. I said we wanted to get this rear end out. I don't know if I told you guys, but I think maybe we got a tube bent a little bit. So we're just going to take it out. It's easier to check all that outside the car. I think we might put a new Panhard bracket on it, put some new seals on the rear end. So that's why we took it out. Just didn't take us 45 minutes to get it out. Just easier to work on. So we're going to check all that, make sure everything's square, straight. Got hit in the left rear. We'll make sure that didn't bend nothing. So that's why that's out of the car. We'll put that on the workbench and get to work on that next day or two. This car, I got to get our new door made and put on it. And we're going to be close to ready to practice. Finish setting it up, get all our percentages right. Hopefully go practice it, you know, maybe sometime next week. See how good this car is. Maybe it's even better than this other car. So we're going to close up shop for tonight. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Appreciate everybody that's supported us so far. Please keep tuning in and watching. I hope you like our content. If not, drop us a comment what you want us to improve on, and we'll do our best. So I'll see you guys next time.